Holy cow. I don't know how we're going to do this when I can't hear nothing. I don't know who sits in this chair. Who sits in this chair? Kimberly. Good Lord. She cannot hear nothing. I thought I had bad military ears. Anyways, back to the greatest podcast in the world on the We the People Podcast Network. Politically Correcting Podcast with Jose Pio. As always, we've got Lavelle on the other side here. What are you doing? You can't hear nothing?
A motherfucking thing.
Lavelle can't hear.
What?
We got Dan from the streets, who's our...
Dan from the streets is Johnny on the spit out. That's what he was. Because now
He knows
I'm
technology.
muted. Yeah.
He knows technology and sauce.
That's right.
Sauce. You got
I
the
think-
sauce?
He got the sauce.
He got the sauce.
The sauce. I want to thank everybody for coming with us again on this journey to right America, so that we can bring us back to the middle of the nonsense of what in the world is happening and having a conversation amongst friends over a drink. Let's go ahead and cheers. Salud.
You got that cream out.
L'chaim. No cap.
Are you allowed to use the term no cap?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there an age range?
Nah, son, I use it.
Well, Cap reminds me of Captain America, and I've heard America's racist.
What about
So
Captain Planet?
race? Well, the propaganda from the 90s.
That was true propaganda.
It was 100%. It was
Oh
a
my
terrible
gosh.
cartoon.
That's
It
why this
sucked so
generation
bad.
now is all about environmental freedom.
That's why they're all
fighting.
pussies. Like
that why
on
Captain
Cobra
America?
Kai. Cobra Kai,
Or not
man.
Captain America. Jeez, Captain Planet? Yeah.
Unite.
I love
That's where it came from.
Cobra Kai.
We
calling
found
everybody pussies.
the origins of the now plan to create freaking paper straws. Damn it. I hate these damn paper straws. And they're in a plastic container, like the plastic top. I grabbed my nephew from school the other day, and I said, let's go grab some food, man. He was like, oh, okay, yeah. He was all happy. Went to the I Square right here. Made us put our masks on, because you couldn't go in there without a mask on.
Fuck.
Yeah, right. And I was like, oh, fine.
Just fuck up the whole mood.
Right, exactly.
I'm not even hungry anymore. Fuck this.
Got the drink, sat down with him. The first sip, you could just taste the freaking waste product paper on that. Oh my God, it was horrendous.
Wait, they put a plastic cap on the paper
plastic
straw?
cap. No, a plastic cap on the cup that holds the paper straw.
All right, I'll do let's get rid of the caps. I'll take that plastic and make my straw.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
gonna
down. I'm
be
down.
Let's do
paper
that.
cups
Absolutely.
next. You got only paper cups,
And you have to drink it within 5 minutes, or else it
This
disintegrates.
shit's gonna be fucking.
It's gonna just slop all over.
Sooner or
your
later,
freaking
they're just
plate.
gonna make. No, they won't do that. I was gonna say just have you go up to the spout. Just
Have you seen the cutlery? They have cutlery that's made out of like recycled paper products.
Oh,
And they had a video of it. This kid's like trying to eat something, like each part of the fork just like broke.
Yo, New York State is a state of fucking pussies, man.
Just gotta-
Just fucking
You gotta
pussies.
just carry a pocket knife around. And just
We don't
start
do shit tough
stabbing
no
your food.
more, man. There's nothing tough. We're
Can you-
like
can
a
you carry
state of
knives?
pussies.
Oh,
Can you
no,
carry knives in New York?
You definitely can't.
No,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I
man.
got like
And
3
that,
illegal
yo,
ones in my
no
yard.
lie, like as an angler, that's the fucking best. That's the shit
Yeah.
right there.
I just keep one in each of my coat pockets.
Yo,
Did you
you know
have
how
an
many of those
angler?
I got a whole bunch. Yes, I got a whole
What's
bunch
an
of those.
angler? It's like
Fisherman,
Anglo-Saxon.
bro. Fisherman.
Oh, that was like short for Christianity, Anglo-Saxon. something.
What the Latinx community doesn't fish?
They don't know what
All the
angler is. I can
motherfuckers
tell you
do
that.
fish. No, they don't. Yeah, they're not anglers.
They're not, they ain't not anglers.
Go catch some fish.
They're
That's it.
sturgeon. They're
It's
sturgeon.
fucking fishing.
They
That's
eat it.
Wait. If you got a good looking one, is it an acute angler?
Yo, stop it.
Michelle, we're gonna need you to come back on the show. We're gonna need Michelle to come back on the show. Shout out to Michelle Keisha for that one time coming on and co-hosting with us that one evening during the middle of COVID battle that the entire country was going through. Everybody had COVID.
Everybody had
COVID.
I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
It's
get it done and over with.
everybody get it.
It's-
Everybody
I
get
really
it.
feel that's how we have to beat it. Is just get it. It's gonna unfortunately go out ahead and kill off a few of the low hanging fruit there.
Is it though?
Yo.
Stragglers. This
Put it
one?
like this.
Is it?
Let's say this.
I mean-
Let's for you know
For the most
this
part.
is a weekly discussion. Fucking the vid.
It
right?
really is.
The fucking
I'm
vid.
so sorry.
So
that
let's
it
get the
is.
vid. Let's get the
Wish it
vid at
wasn't.
attention that all these fucking pussies want, right? Because they want us all to be scared of the vid. Yo, my mom's right. She just had booster number 3 forced down her throat by University of Rochester.
Oh God.
You fucking pussies at the University of Rochester forced my mother, who is a cancer survivor, mind you, 20 plus years ago. You know, she beat that. So the vid, she's supposed to be fucking scared of this vid shit, right? So she's just doing it to just.
Is she really scared of it, or she just?
No, she's not scared of it because she had the vid 2 weeks ago. So she had the vid, was about to go back to work. Told she had to go take a test. Then found out she was positive for the vid after she was sick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
she didn't think she had COVID.
No, she didn't think she had COVID. She was like, "Fuck, I'm sick. Let me just hold it down. Let me hold it down, right?
Check some Robitussin,
right?" So
spicy ramen.
My nephew who lives with her, he has to take the weekly test because he's not vaxxed, right? So he's got to take the weekly test to go to work. Came up positive. Oh shoot! Well, since you're staying with your grandmom, she's got to get tested too. She tested positive. So let's fast forward to 2 days ago, whatever. She gets the booster. She's rushing to the hospital today because she's got a fat ass knot in her neck.
For real?
Bro. She had a fat ass knot in her neck and thought it was some fucking cancer shit and went and was like literally tweaking out. I'm trying to figure out why you want me to go and, be with you at a regular, like you're going to see why you got a stiff neck. She's telling me it's a stiff neck. She didn't tell me it was like a fucking goiter in her neck. So when I go see her just, about an hour ago, she has me touch the fucking goiter. I was like, what is that? She was like, they told me that was from the vid booster. I was like, but you just had the vid.
Probably was.
You know what's crazy? They said, and they canceled people for saying this. Because remember when it first came out?
Yeah.
And we were all like, we don't know what. The first thing people were talking about was how do you call that stuff that you produce children out of? Reproductive
Testicles.
organs.
Oh.
Your reproductive organs. How is it gonna affect your reproductive organs of both females and males? And they said you can't say that kind of stuff because it's a freaking vaccine. It goes right in your arm, and that's where it stays. It doesn't travel throughout the body. Well, NPR just came out with an article just a few days ago. What? NPR?
No, I know.
Oh, and it states that women's flow, it does change it, but it's okay. Because it's worth it. Like it's worth the COVID vaccine.
I know someone whose menstrual cycle completely stopped.
You mean the vaccine that doesn't actually protect you from getting COVID?
The vid that, so many people done had and then tested positive and like, what the fuck? I feel fine though. I'm right. I want to go back to work. Like, can I go back to work?
Did you see the thousands of people that got tested positive for COVID and they started already like going crazy about it? And more than half of them were at-home test kits.
Oh. It's good though.
People that were like, I'm not that sick. I'm just gonna go ahead and get tested because I don't want to go to Christmas or New Year's and get somebody else sick. They got tested at home. That means they weren't sick.
They weren't sick. Well, I didn't know this. Patricia just noted you shouldn't get vaxxed after having COVID. It's called layering and could cause more side effects and complications. Well, tell that to the University of fucking Rochester. You fuckers who are pushing this vaccine on your employees who have worked countless years for your punk asses. You got a pussy named Mendoza pushing this down everybody else's throats.
See, you know what's so funny? All of the articles that I brought in to talk about today, I said, you know what we're not going to do today? We're not going to talk about COVID.
You tried.
You tried to. Literally,
you fucking tried to, but
it's not talk about COVID at all. I didn't even tell these guys at all. I was just going to bring up the articles. And then at the end, I was going to be like, hey, did you notice we didn't talk about COVID not once?
No. You want to know why?
You can't go through a day in the life of a normal human being without talking about it.
Jose, here's why. Because we should be vindicated. We should be vindicated because more shit is coming out. And this is fucking bullshit.
Speaking of pussies. Your favorite, no, not that article. Your favorite politician has announced that they're going to give, now I'm going to talk about fucking COVID.
There you go.
Has announced that he's going to give out $100 gift cards for getting your children ages 5 to 11 vaccinated.
Wow.
5 to 11. Whoa, mind you, hold on. Sweet. It's not a $100 gift card. It's not one $100 gift card.
Do they have to be my kids that I get back?
Why the fucking...
Right?
Okay, keep going.
A $50 gift card for each vaccine that one child gets.
Why don't this motherfucker just offer Fortnite V-Bucks? Just go to full way. Go to full way.
I'm impressed that you know that they're
Bello.
V-Bucks.
Right? Oh, I have a 9-year-old.
That's true. That's true.
Who hits me up for anything from
hey man, you got those V-Bucks.
Demon Slayer to Naruto to V-Bucks.
Can you buy it on EBT and get it for like 2 for 1? Like at the public market? No.
No. Why do you have to entice people with that bullshit?
So if you're a reasonable person, that makes you more suspicious more than anything.
But all 3 sites are in the 14621 zip code.
But what's
all 3 of them?
What's his kickback though? What does he get out of this?
I'm not done with this conversation yet.
Oh God, let's go.
Actually,
he's not done, Lavelle.
The next sentence in his shout out to the city to go get this done. It says, that COVID-19 is increasing in children, and the best way to defend against that is to get the vaccine. But you can't. But it doesn't stop it. All right. So is that not disinformation? Like you can't say that kids should get vaccinated.
How does he know?
In order to stop the spread of COVID when it has not worked.
How does he know?
I also emailed his entire staff of the medical advisors that were attached to it for any questions. Contact this person. I emailed every single person that I knew from his administration that was in regards to the health mandates that they're doing. Emailed them. I asked them 2 questions. Number 1, why were all 3 in the 14621 zip code? The one zip code that is the poorest zip code in all the city, or one of the poorest. And we have 4 districts. Why don't you spread it out amongst the 4 districts? Number 2, what information are we giving our parents so that they know the possible, and I put in italics, possible side effects in their children? And if their children were to unfortunately get one of these possible side effects, what is available to them so that they don't get too scared, so that they don't get, go crazy. They can bring the kids to get the proper help that they need. Not a single response.
Yeah, but Jose.
Not a single response.
$100.
But it's 2 $50 gift cards, so it's not even $100.
That is 50 plus 50 is 100.
You have to get 2 vaccines. That means you have to get the first one, and then you got to come back like next month.
This is what I think happened when Adam saw that. I'm pretty sure it got up to him because they're like, city council member Jose Pio sent this. Oh my God, Jose, he's so mean. What did he say? I guarantee you, his panties really went up in the bunch. That shit, fuck it. He's like, oh my God, delete it, block him. No more from Jose. No more.
Censor him.
This isn't like Twitter. I can't just block the email.
Yo, we can't listen. We can't be soft no more.
No,
we got to go direct.
Nope.
There's no way in hell you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna sit here. First of all, I'm not afraid of the vid. I'm good. I'm not afraid of the vid. But if my civil liberties and everything that comes with being a free man was threatened, I do not have any faith that Adam Bello will protect my right to be a free citizen in this state.
Did he actually come
country.
out and say what he was going to do with the mask mandate? Because at first
did he come out? Is that
no? Did he? Because when the mask mandate first came down,
anything wrong with that?
Is anything wrong with? No, I'm not. Listen,
when it came down from Hochul, right? He was so on the fence. He's like, well, I'm not even going to talk about fines yet.
Y'all be dogging on freaking
because we
Adam
should.
Bello so bad.
You know what they used to do with people like this back in the day?
I know
they used to hang their asses. If they ever fronted on your freedom, they would be hung. Yeah. They would be hung.
Tar and feathered.
Back in
Tar and feathered.
You would get it real bad.
Well, the biggest problem
threatening their
with Bello is he just doesn't do anything.
He plays the part very well.
Mendoza character.
He will wear that mask. He will have that makeup on. Oh my God, my cheeks aren't red enough. Hold on. Give me more red because when I take the mask off,
more rouge.
It removes some of the rouge.
Oh my God.
Yo, it's okay. It is okay. I don't want to get in any trouble with people thinking I'm such a, I'm so hard on people who are feminine.
Yeah, you do.
It's okay to be a male and feminine, man. Like y'all get a lot of the girls.
You wouldn't be allowed in China.
No,
that's a different story.
Or India or Afghanistan.
Well, make it there.
Well, no, China.
But America's different now. We gotta accept the pussies.
Do you?
We have to. Unless we're gonna get it. We're gonna.
Look, and this is the thing too. This is the thing. we wouldn't normally care. I'm saying we because you guys are saying certain words, and I'm expecting that we kind of align here. We wouldn't care if it wasn't shoved down our throats.
Yes.
On an individual level, we all don't care.
Right,
Who-
because
who you
we've
are.
all gone to school,
Yeah.
years ago, 20 years ago, a long time ago for Lavelle.
Not
That
that.
with-
hold on.
with-
hold on. Stop that.
with some
Rewind,
guys that were effeminate and never once like, yeah, you're gonna make fun of a little bit. Some people are gonna make fun of them. I wouldn't. I'm not a jerk. But you're gonna say some things. I've got some gay friends. I say some things, just joking here and there. They know I'm joking. They know that I'm playing around. They know it's not something serious. There are weirdos out there that are complete assholes that would kill you because you are that, because of your life choices. We're not that.
No, totally not that.
We just don't care.
Totally not that.
But if you're gonna shove it down our throats and force us to change our language to
Right.
they, them,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go ahead and care.
Nobody's gonna tell me what to say.
I'm
gonna
gonna
go to
be the typical, let's say this is how it is today. Like back in the day when white guys be like, I got a ton of black friends, right? Like I have gay family members, gay relatives.
Right.
Like I'm a go on with that. Yo, gay dudes are like the most aggressive dudes on the planet. They're like, they don't care. They really don't care.
They don't.
Most gay guys are not sensitive pussies. And I'm okay with that. Because, if you want to go back and forth about me about what you like and what I like, I'm going to represent the female anatomy to the fullest. Because that's what I like.
Wait, so you actually have a side and you stand firmly on it, unlike Adam Bello.
Oh, yes, exactly.
We're
And
gonna-
not saying that, his sexuality is coming into question about COVID, but we can kind of see did
COVID cause his?
It's right. It's like, I don't know what I should do. Like freedom or
I'm not even
my
going to talk
party,
about fun.
my political alignment.
My
Like
party,
when you don't stand for freedom, you don't
Yes.
stand for the
Yeah.
Constitution, and you stand for whatever is being shoved down your throats by the people within your party.
By the same people that don't stand
The
up for the
same
flag.
people that's been abusing you and just been saying, hey, Adam, all right, this is what we're going to do. Here's the plan, because we got a great plan for you. And today
Let's circle back.
we got town supervisor, right? Ronnie Quaid, you know what I mean? You're going to be there. You're going to do your job. You're going to get, 600 votes. Everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, Adam, he's good. He can do his job. And then we're going to make you county clerk, right? And then from county clerk, it's
You think
Monroe
they planned it out
County
that whole
executive.
time?
Oh, but
think it was
what
planned
you
out the
have
whole
to
time?
do, Adam, what you have to do, you have to make sure that, you fall in line with what the plan is for the party. You got to be a party guy all the way through, no matter what happens. Okay, let's do it. Even if it means violating the Constitution. Yes, I'm ready.
Did you see Jen's comment on here?
I got my notes here stuck. Careful with the fine print. It's only the first 250. Yeah, only first 250.
Damn, only 250 kids to.
So that's only $12.50 that they're giving out. Not even shelling out money.
They're not even giving out no bread.
That's like less than a stimulus check.
Stimmy. Bring back the stimmy. Shout out to the stimmies.
Oh my God.
Remember when that was our main concern? Like, oh my God, we're just giving away free money.
Giving out money, y'all.
Oh, we got to bring in our guest here. I'm going to bring up our conversational pieces with our guests because we're going to go ahead and get your thoughts on these as well. We got.
Oh, I got a ton of questions we got a
of them.
police
Lots of
chief in the
them.
building, which I
James
love
VanBrederode.
having law enforcement in the building so we can ask.
You're not
these-
terrified?
No.
Your emotions aren't hurt? Do you need a safe space? We have a
I
closet
like
here.
this. I like this.
But then you'd have to
I-
come out.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
I was saying to myself, I said, as a black dude, the only black dude in the show, if
Allegedly.
I make it home, no, I've never been in fear, man. Never been in fear, and that's definitely the biggest. I mean, I don't know. That should be the word of 2021. Fear.
Here, yeah.
It's
It's not
2022.
Well,
No, but I'm just saying we got to reflect on 2021, though. You know what I mean?
well, the chief here doesn't have any fear. You can't
No.
be fearful and be a chief.
oh, hell
Do I have that correct?
That's right. I've spent 37 years in law enforcement. Okay. I have never witnessed a police officer in the city of Rochester when I was a Rochester cop in the suburbs treat a black person any different than anyone else. Honest to God, I've never seen it.
There you go.
You know, just because something happens once or somewhere else doesn't mean it happens all over the place. But it's funny how we all just jump on this bandwagon, you know, and come up with all
But
this
everybody
nonsense.
all
But
in the same bucket.
yeah, it's too bad, you know. But Jose, quick question for you though.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
now
What's up?
have we started the $200 for city employees to get the vax?
That we passed the legislation, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't say we passed the legislation.
You did.
I certainly did not pass that damn legislation. I voted no on that.
$200.
Oh, you got
200 if you're a
that's
city
it. You got
employee.
Lavelle going here.
That's it.
It's
My
more
kid
than
only got
citizens.
50.
$200. Yo, $200 to risk my life.
But that kid is in the 14621.
Yeah, I don't
The
really
reason why he only mentioned one for because it's right next to Ronnie Coy. That's as far as he went.
Is that
Like,
it?
Yeah. Once he gets to Walmart, oh my God, wait. Don't go past 104. Go back home, guys. Go back down. We got to get the Titus.
Have you ever had to arrest Adam Bello?
No.
Oh my God. Could you imagine that one?
That day is coming.
I'm county executive. You cannot arrest me. These
how-
are too tight.
How was dinner? I know you just came. They're too tight.
So look, I got a lot of garlic breath going on over here.
Hey, we
okay?
got space. We are-
Papa
We are
Joe's and
socially
Gates, you
distanced
know.
here. Papa Joe's?
man.
Yeah.
Oh, you really stick to Gates, don't you? I live right down the street from there. That's good food.
Hey,
He's supposed to. That's his town.
Ronico's got some great Italian restaurants over here too.
Oh, we do though.
Absolutely, Pasta Villa.
Pasta
you know,
Villa
Ridge
is a
Road.
spot.
That's a great
You're,
spot.
you're name dropping and you're not getting paid for it.
It's all good though. Go to Guida's Pasta.
Go to
Yeah,
Guida's?
they're
Yeah.
awesome over there. Very nice people.
Treat me
I,
nice.
I went
Yeah.
there once and I got made fun of because I ordered a steak.
I would make fun of you too.
Yeah, see?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing ordering a steak in an Italian restaurant?
Yeah, get that shrimp Alfredo.
Shrimp
Shrimps.
Alfredo. All right, so Chief, we're gonna bring up some articles here. Oh, first of all, there's a lot of happiness out there for you coming onto the show. I posted that you're gonna be
Yeah.
coming on the show, man.
No
People
way.
love you.
No way.
People love
That's
you. Joe
great.
Robach, Senator Joe Robach, he was
Joe,
happy you're
yeah.
coming on.
Good guy. Good guy.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over some topics here. You let me know if you want to jump in. Sometimes I get it. You know, you got to
Sure.
play your part and you don't want to comment on some of
Yeah,
these
well.
things. This first one's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. We're gonna bring up the January 6th insurrection here. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna ask Lavelle here,
Oh,
and I'm gonna ask Dan from the streets here
That's right.
first. Are you guys fans of freedom?
I love freedom.
Well, free smart. Dumb is derogatory. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh.
Oh my god,
You're a dad, aren't you?
The dad jokes are real with Chief.
Oh yeah,
I get it.
Oh my god, we have the article that talks about the January 6th insurrection that they continue to talk about. Is this? No, that's not it. No, that's not it either. Nope. Technical difficulties.
The left is
I know
really
I sound sick.
trying. They're trying to milk that. They're trying to really make that some shit.
Well,
Right.
the insurrection that nobody's been charged with insurrection.
yeah,
Right,
it's like
exactly.
they need to stop.
And no one's been charged with any illegal weapons.
It's COVID
Either?
egg on their face.
Do you feel as if your freedom was at stake on January 6th? You can jump in, Chief, if you want to. I know this is a tough conversation for some people.
Well, I was like, put it like this. I said,
In what-
oh shit, that's happening down in DC. And then when I seen like, oh shit, there's a whole bunch of white people climbing the wall. Like, oh shit. All right, well, hey, hope it works out for them. You know, never had a fucking, you know.
So it doesn't impact you one bit?
No,
Is it racist to you?
no.
Okay.
What about it?
What about you?
it?
Do you feel as if your freedom was at stake here?
Because of the people or because of the reaction to it?
Because of the people.
What people?
The
What
January
people?
6th insurrectionists
So no, I'm saying,
that
I'm saying,
walked in to
well,
the
that's what I'm saying.
Capitol
I'm
building,
seeing
broke
a bunch
in.
of white folks climbing the wall. I'm like, okay, that's just
Well,
white dudes climbing the wall.
Wait.
Where's
Jose,
the cops?
Jose-
Like something's gonna happen. Like, you know, law enforcement
Right,
there
so
for a
was-
reason.
no, they
How
opened the
come-
door for him.
Right.
Oh, they did. I thought they
And they
where
moved the
did-
gates over.
Oh, okay.
But you
all
don't
right.
see that video in the news.
Oh.
But Jose, you're
You
a
have to watch
Democrat,
TikTok
so
for
you
that.
got to call the Capitol sacred. You got to call it sanctimonious.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that they have shitted all over the Capitol building, the politicians, not the insurrectionists.
Well,
I mean,
I
but they
didn't
did put their
realize
feet
this-
up. They did put their feet up.
I will say this, man.
They did put their feet
I
up.
was at the Black Lives Matter insurrection down on Jefferson.
Which one?
The
What
one
time?
Oh,
Which evening?
It was
During the day?
It was probably one of the first ones before they went and stormed Court Street.
Okay.
Right. So there really isn't that much. There is actually the riots that happened down here was worse than that right there, I think.
But the people will defend that. I've heard it so many times when I say we keep focusing on January 6th, which I say I agree. It was a terrible, terrible decision that was made by these dumbass idiots to go into the Capitol building and break shit. And, you know, someone ended up dying, but it wasn't at the hands of them. It was at the hands of the police there. But we had way more damage and way more casualties from BLM riots.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, they're going to say, well, the majority of it was peaceful. Yeah, okay, cool. But majority of this was peaceful. It was mostly people standing outside just being upset and loud. But the couple hours that it took for some people to break in.
I'm waiting for people to like kind of see that this is just a game, right? Through the media.
Oh, yeah.
The media is playing, you know, both sides and just trying to entice a motherfucker to feel some type of way.
I want to know who's the person out there that believed Kamala Harris when she equated 9/11 in Pearl Harbor to January 6th.
If I was
who took that genuinely?
If I was a 9/11 victim, I would be pissed.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
It was disgusting.
Chief James, would you equate this event, the January 6th event, to Pearl Harbor, like Vice President Kamala Harris did?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
He's the chief of police.
Right.
So
we're gonna go on to the next topic here, which is equality, women's equality. We're gonna talk about the shoveling woman. Bring up the shoveling woman. So a politician in Canada decided to post a picture of his wife, who had just come back from a shift at the hospital. I guess a 12-hour shift at the hospital. And he's saying, you know, hey, here's my wife. She just got out of her shift from hospital. She's out there shoveling. Thank God for her. You know, she's a strong woman. I'm going to go ahead and make her breakfast. People went crazy about this, right? Because we have equality. We're trying to say that women are equal to men. But you see the tweets of, man, maybe I shouldn't have put it that small there, I guess. Maybe I'm just getting old. Her having to do this with you inside, her having to do this after 12-hour shift, her having to do this while you watch, yada, yada, her having to do this while you're cooking eggs over easy. I think you taking a pic and posting all of the above is worse. Yep, that takes the cake.
I got a hot take on this.
Having done nights, I can guarantee after a 12-hour night shift, she does not have the energy to shovel the driveway. She is doing it because it has not been done. Wait, what? Your wife worked 12 hours and had to come home and shovel while you watched and took photos from your house? You got a hot take?
One of the, this is going to be stereotypical of me. One of Jordan Peterson's 12 rules for life.
Oh, man.
Is clean your room before you, or rather clean up your own room before you criticize others.
Pick up your room.
Basically.
Right.
All these people that are saying, well, you should have been out there. You should have did this. One, I've got home after 12-hour shifts and shuffled my driveway because I'm already outside. I'm coming in. I'm like, well, screw it. I'll just do it. You don't know nothing about this lady. You don't know nothing about this guy. And these people, get off Twitter. Stop using Twitter, everyone. That's the main point of this.
That's how they treat a lot of our police officers too. When somebody pops up in the news, oh, did you see that? And you only see like a 10-second clip of what a police officer did when they pulled somebody over, and that turns into this whole thing. Go to that next page with the here we go. And it was some people that, actually defended it. It's, I am confused. What is wrong with this tweet? This is equality. Can't pick and choose, right? This is equality. We are sitting here yelling at a man for allowing his wife to shovel the driveway. But then we scream for equality. You can't have it both ways. His wife then posts on her Facebook page, I just wanted to shovel. I got out of a 12-hour shift. Got out of a 12-hour shift where I had to wear my mask the whole time. I wanted some freaking fresh air. It's not my words, it's her words. I needed some fresh air. I decided, because my family had been sleeping all night, it was first thing in the morning, they had just woken up, that since I was already out and I just got home and my entire family's inside sleeping and had just gotten up, I would just go ahead and shovel while I was out here.
It's not our fault our man's a beta male.
I don't even think it's that.
I don't think it's that. But he did have to take a picture.
He did take a picture.
Like, oh my God, look at my honey out there. He did go a little bellow on there.
Yeah.
But it's but I just respect, the drive by the wife. Like, yo, that's dope.
I like that.
Because I
picture,
probably would
that
have did
one.
the same shit. Like,
Right.
boom. Like, you know what I mean? I got this. Like, whatever. You ain't even got to do it, babe.
Yeah, I'm not.
You can
taking a
sit and
picture.
watch me take a picture, drinking coffee, and be cozy.
There's been
Yeah,
many
yeah.
times my wife's like, "Babe, I got this. I got this." I'm okay.
I bet you he gets pedicures.
Okay. I actually just went to Happy Feet last week. I took my wife to
course you
Happy
did.
Feet.
Of course, he did.
We were driving around. We had literally nothing to do. It was one of the last days that we were childless. And so me and my wife were just driving around the city. I said, let's go downtown. We're a young couple. Let's go downtown. Let's go see what we can do as a young couple in the downtown city of Rochester that we haven't been able to do yet. Nothing. There's nothing downtown.
Yeah.
So I just continued driving. And I was like, let's go drive through Park Avenue because it's a nice area, And I drove past, the side streets, the George Eastman employee side streets. And I saw a Happy Feet place. I said, let's go get some feet massage. I got to tell you what, men out there,
You gotta do it.
don't be afraid. Go get your freaking feet massage. I'll tell you what,
Do it.
man, these Asian guys came out of the back room, put some towels on my shoulders, started massaging my shoulders too, while my feet were soaking in some bath salts or something.
You familiar with the slippery slope?
No, I'm not. Man, go take your wife to have you ever gotten your feet
Never.
rubbed? You
And I would never admit to it either.
Man, you wear them combat boots.
Listen, the police chief cannot go back to roll call.
I'm that guy
Ever
shoveling
again.
the snow every day.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, I'm showing how much of a man I am.
You are.
Well, let me
You
ask
are.
Chief
saying-
this.
He's,
Well, let me ask Chief
he's
this.
progressive.
That is that
Don't say,
is
cut that out. Austin, cut that out.
That's been a huge argument for the last couple of years. Masculinity.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? What it takes to even just be a leader itself. If you have any ounce of masculinity in your ability to lead, it seems toxic. Like, how do you navigate in that environment today? Because you can have a bunch of, males that become and acting females too. Be like, he leaves your office, like, he's such a pussy. But I know that has to happen. Like, how do you balance that, that masculinity in today's world?
I don't. You know what? I mow the lawn. I take the garbage out. I shovel the driveway.
So you're that type where if you come in acting like a pussy, be like, this dude's acting.
I would never pay someone to mow my lawn.
No,
Okay?
never.
I would never pay someone.
That's a man. That's a man.
Mow your lawn.
Listen.
And I gotta tell you, it's therapy.
Oh,
If you-
it
yeah,
is,
tell me
it
it's not.
is,
Oh, he's with it.
is.
He's got that nice green grass. I got
You
that
sit-
bumpy ass.
No, my
brown
lines.
grass.
My lines are straight. Okay.
So when you
burn those
sit
in.
down and do you
Lines
just
are straight.
look at
You
your lawn
do.
when it's done?
Then shoveling. I mean,
you got it. See, you
you
got to
get
admire
done, you
your
look at that
work.
driveway. You're like, damn, that looks good.
That looks good. You have to
Sorry.
admire your work every
So-
time. That's man shit, yo.
Straight.
That's man shit.
Everything
right
the man
there.
does is straight.
Gotta be.
I'm so straight.
And then you got to alternate. The next week, you got to mow the other
That's
way.
right.
Okay? It keeps the worms on their toes.
Oh my God. You know what he's doing?
That's
All right.
wisdom.
Well, let's bring up the next equality part with the workout. Okay, so as a man, when you see a woman that's dressed like this working out in front of you, this is actually why I chose. Last time I actually chose a gym was Samson's gym, and I chose it because it was a freaking workout gym. Like, you're not going there to check out girls. These girls would beat me up. This woman, she posted a video or something like that, and she's thanking a man for not looking at her while she was squatting at the gym. She said, "Thank you.
You think he ain't
Thank
look?
you for your service."
You just didn't catch him that time.
If you don't want people looking, why are you wearing those
Why
shorts?
you in there?
So can we?
doing it
Okay,
like
so can we say
though?
that in this day and age and not get freaking all the heat from it? Because to
Oh,
me,
I don't care.
Yo,
Yeah, I know, I'm
sorry.
not-
Put it like this: if there's I'm not looking at everybody in a sexual way, because you'll see a big ass dude in the gym, like you can't help but to
Right,
see
right.
this big ass dude
okay,
busting
Good
up
point.
some weight.
Good
Like,
point.
Who cares? Who gives a
Uh-huh.
fuck?
they call him a lunk.
Yeah, like yo, they make
Planet
mad
Fitness,
noise.
right?
They
I
got
love
a gallon of water. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They got the spaghetti
spaghetti
straps,
straps.
the spaghetti strap tank tops, and they like Mad Diesel. I get it. And half of you, like, just while you got your camera there,
Right.
you're doing it for the gram.
Yep.
You're doing it for attention.
Yep.
You like attention.
Yep.
This whole post was for attention.
Yep.
So get over yourself.
Was that outfit for attention?
Of
Yeah.
course. I mean, if you look like that, flaunt it. Who cares? Congratulations.
You know what?
Show your work.
It would be a lot more efficient to wear a sweatsuit.
It would be.
Yeah, I'm
It would
just
be
saying.
a lot more
Right.
movement
Saying.
capabilities.
Going like
You
you must.
go down to the Hudson Walmart, you get one probably for free, but
They not working out like that.
But the problem I have, this is the problem I have as a man, as a husband. I don't know where I was going with the man part. This is the problem I have.
Wait, you see Austin?
The problem I have is that my wife would wear some very good looking outfits to the gym, but when she's at home with me, I don't get the good looking outfits.
You don't get that?
No, I get the homey outfits. Like I'm gonna go ahead and put some comfy clothes on. And I'm like, why didn't you wear the comfy clothes to the gym? Wear that stuff at home.
Because she not seeing the results when she with you. She got to see the results when she working out. She's got to see.
Maybe if she shovel the driveway more.
Well, that's between y'all.
That's a good workout.
That's y'all.
That's a good workout.
I have to work that out.
No, I'm not gonna let her shovel the freaking driveway. I pay a plowman for that.
I might get pedicures,
I pay a plowman for that.
We may go down to get her toes done, but
see, I support small businesses. That's how I see. I support small business.
There you go. Yes.
Economic development.
There you go. Right. Exactly.
Not at the cost of my masculinity.
I just can't pay him through Venmo anymore because then he's gonna get charged.
He's gonna get hacked by Biden, man.
Right.
With all of this stuff, like you're, not trying to say that you are old.
He's a spaghetti strap.
37 years of everything that you've seen. Where do you how do you feel about the current state of your country and your city, your town?
How did you jump into that? Where was the
No, I'm just saying
because
there's so much shit.
Nonsense.
There is. We've
gone through like 4 or 5 different nonsense.
Yeah. Just to hear an older statesman, you know what I'm saying?
Statement. He is stately.
His perspective.
Can we move the flowers over?
It's the worst. It's the worst I've ever seen. It is sad that I'm going to be retiring in such a bad time because, honest to God, I've never seen.
You're hearing it here. I haven't heard it anywhere.
The worst.
Have you told anyone?
Not publicly. Now I haven't done the press release yet, but it's coming out in another couple of days.
Well, we just did it.
Yeah,
just did it.
That was easy.
Right.
But
heard it here first. Exclusive.
That scares me though.
Exclusive.
I don't see you would want the experience to kind of at least be involved in some way. Do you think that you're leaving it in a good place or?
Yeah.
Well, the good news is I'm leaving my community in a good place because this is where you get to see who the leaders are.
Right.
Anyone can lead when it's calm waters. It's when it's bad where you see who the true leaders are. And I believe I have done a great job getting my community through the summer of 2020 and all the stuff that's going on. This crime spree is unbelievable. We had an execution back in April, 11 a.m. On one of the main streets that goes right to the airport, the hub of Monroe County.
Yeah.
That crime, right? So Jose, as things, I have a lot of interest in what you guys do in the city because it spills out into all of our communities.
Absolutely.
And so the decisions that get made at city council, just defunding the police has a negative impact on all of us. And
so did you say what the fuck?
That was a big mistake, and unfortunately, it's going to take years to rebuild the staff. You can't just go out tomorrow and hire 100 police officers. You're talking 5 or 6 years or longer.
Yeah.
To build the numbers back up, and it's too bad that happened because now it affects all of us. The lawlessness that's going on in the city of Rochester it affects all of us because it just goes all over the place. Right?
Well, it's more than that because it becomes an issue when they try and bring it as a race thing. That's what they brought it to city council was we're fighting for injustice and we should be able to destroy these buildings and take over property that other people have worked very hard to build up their own small businesses. No, that's our property. We can take it because of injustice. And when any of those people were arrested, and then city council decided to write a letter saying we should let them go without any charges, there's only one person that didn't sign that letter. He's looking at you right now, obviously. And when it came down to defunding police, it blew my mind because when you don't have any type of enforcement of law or people that are there, the presence of police to try and mitigate the issues. And we've lost, what was it? Like almost 80 people in the past year and a half from the RPD. Like we were already down by like 30 people. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, we lost like another 65 to 85 people. Retirements, quitting, You know, people that said, "No, I'm just done with this. I'm going to go ahead and go somewhere else."
It's sad. Look,
It's crazy.
It's a mess. When I'm on 490, right, heading out of the city, heading westbound, I get off of Mount Read all the time to get back to Gates, and I look down over at your west side office, and I see a fleet of police cars sitting there because there's no
one to drive it. Right.
You have a whole fleet of city police cars, and especially now that it snows, you can see which ones haven't been moved in days.
Right.
And they're not going to move because you have no staff to put in those cars.
And it takes forever. They don't realize how long it takes for one police officer to go through training.
It's about a year.
Yeah.
It is, and it's going to take years to get any type of omnipresence back on the streets. And I think that's one of the problems why you have so much crime that's occurring in broad daylight. You seldom do you see a police car anymore because there's not too many out there.
You gotta hit that camera button once in a while. Sorry, we didn't have a chance to tell you. We'll have Dan from the streets do it for you.
Yeah, that's a scary little outlook there.
Well, and so nobody, you're not seeing any numbers coming in, are you? As far as new.
Oh no. And look at that defunding when they voted to defund the police. I'm telling you, it affected all of us because it canceled the police academy for 2021, right?
And that same police academy feeds police officers into yours.
Right. So all of us towns that had openings, right? You know, we had 2 in Gates and 4 or 5 in Greece. You know, it's not enough for a class. They want like 15 or 20 for the dual class. And so the rest of us for 2021 had to go out and find lateral transfers.
Right.
And hence I gotta be honest with you, we all stole some from Rochester Police Department because
I would have too.
You know, where else?
Out of Rochester? Yeah. I'm going.
So that didn't help your numbers either because a lot of these men and women transferred out, and we took them because we could not put a new recruit in the academy because you guys defunded. It was then had a domino effect to all of us.
I know. I feel the pointing coming this way.
Well,
but I get it. I'm part of that team, right?
Hey, our current mayor supported it too, so we're screwed. We're screwed.
There's unintended consequences with all these decisions, you know, and as the bottom
long-term consequences that people are not paying any attention to, and that's for along all lines political. Like there's so many things that happen where I'm like, I don't think you guys understand the long-term impact that you're going to have for years to come. All they're worried about is getting voted next year. Like I just, you know, I need to do this for my people right now because I need to get my votes for next year. And I'm sitting there saying, I'm looking at 3 to 5 years down the road, regardless if I'm here or not. I want my city to prosper, and I want my city to be a place where my child can grow up and prosper. And if we keep making these type of decisions where we're only concerned about the here and now and not worried about the 2, 3, 5 years down the road, what city are we going to have?
No, and we all have skin in the game.
Right.
All of us, Monroe County has skin in the game, and you know, all summer long, you know, when there was a real violence, almost a daily, almost guaranteed shooting that was going to occur between 1 and 3 over that Jefferson Avenue area.
Or people getting caught on fire.
We were sending cars from the towns, the sheriff's office, to try to help just put some uniforms on the street, so they hoping that at least they're not going to shoot in front of the police cars. You know,
right.
Officers on the corner. I mean, that's what it turned into because somebody, you know, we had to stop the bleeding, you know, and so. Yeah, we tried to all pitch in and send manpower down there to stop the killings. It was unbelievable that 1 month there was like 10 or 15 murders, and
it was like every day. It felt like
and they were all broad daylight. This wasn't stuff that was occurring anymore at 12 o'clock in the morning in the darkness. It was so sad what was going on, and I believe a lot of that is because you don't have a uniform presence. And not to go down there and be an occupational force, but I'm just talking about, you know, it's okay for a police car to go down there and say hello to people and just be officer friendly. I mean, we do that every day, you know.
Today we had horses in my neighborhood. I asked the chief last year, the chief and my captain and my lieutenant. I said, I want that horse patrol that we have. Sure, it needs to be in the Northwest. Like I want it in the Northwest all the time. I want that to be our presence in the communities. Today, this was like the 3rd time in the past 6 months that we had horse patrol. Yeah, in my neighborhood. I mean, it's amazing to see these horses.
I like.
I'm gonna show you a picture. I can't.
It's cold.
I think it's a good thing. You know, I think there is like this misperception, you know, that crime doesn't spill into the suburbs. You know, so it's not like criminals go to the border of Gates and be like, I can't go there. You know,
the horses.
He's big.
Coming up there. But yeah, they had like a Clydesdale and a big Bavarian pretzel Horse. They're huge. But it's some things are good to see, and having a presence of our police force in the community is good to see.
Yes, it is.
And anyone that says that they're afraid of police being around them,
They're probably a criminal.
they're probably
Probably a
they probably
criminal.
got something to hide, right?
Yeah.
So when people were saying, "Oh, we are terrified of police in this city," I said, "Okay, are you more terrified of police, or are you more terrified of those guys that are on a street corner that are shooting at your babies?"
Because you know, one of the things we found when we were down in Dewey Avenue and some of those neighborhoods, people, we were not the occupational force
Right.
that were perceived to be, or that narrative that gets pushed out. That
Yep.
People were very kind and very appreciative and warm and welcoming. You know, it was not like, we don't want you here because you're an occupational. It was just the opposite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
top three reasons why people are living in the city is one of them is not the police.
No,
Not a single one of them is police.
Yeah. So I believe, you know, the majority of citizens want the police. They need the police. They recognize, if you're a homeowner in the city of Rochester, you don't want bullets being shot through your house. You don't want speeding cars, stolen cars, all that carjackings.
Carjacking is
want
crazy.
that. It's nonstop, and it's been nonstop all summer long. And again, broad daylight, they're just taking people's cars. And
Lisa here says, "Look at Ogden. What happened at Ogden? And a break-in?"
Yeah, so there was a break-in last night in the middle of the night. You know, that takes courage to go inside an occupied home in the middle of the night.
Right.
You are really bad if you're doing that, because you know that house is occupied. Right.
You know there's people in there.
During the day, most people are gone, but to go through that in the middle of the night, you are a hardcore criminal if you're doing that.
They ain't got no guns.
Yeah, and then they confronted the homeowner, from what I read on the news, and forced them to give up property, and then at one point shoved them on the ground. But think of the trauma you're causing, though. You know what I mean? I mean, imagine that happening to you or your family, right? I mean, every night in the dark, you got to be thinking. You hear a noise. How do you not relive? Somebody's coming into your house.
That is your home. That's like that. That is one of the basics of being an American, is being safe in your property, and it being your property, something that the government can't intrude on, or no one else can intrude on. Even in the Bible, it says that if someone owes you something, you don't go into their house and get it from them. You wait outside and wait for them to bring it out to you. There's your house, is your castle. Your castle is what makes you a man. Sorry, any woman out there that owns it, fine, a woman. But it is everything. Property ownership in this country is everything. And someone to break in, it happened in Charlotte too. Last week, guy broke into the house. This 61-year-old woman was asleep on her couch. Wakes up to some noise upstairs. This woman is a gun owner.
Good.
She goes to grab some guns. She goes, sees the guy. They start having a freaking shootout inside of her house.
Oh,
unfortunate thing is he shot her like 2 or 3 times. Damn. And that's a 61-year-old woman. She's still alive.
Gangster.
Here's a statistic that the county, I got from the county of Monroe specifically, and it just shows how scared I think people in Rochester, our community, is. So in 2021, over 3,000 people went to the county clerk's office and applied for a pistol permit. Over 3,000. It broke a new
What's
record.
the normal? Wow. What's the normal?
I think it was around 1,500, 2,000.
Yeah, so double.
So right, but I think it shows you people are scared. People want to protect themselves. They want to exercise their Second Amendment right and get a gun and protect themselves, because legally. The government is not doing it. The government is not here.
While the government is trying to restrict that right at the same time.
But yet, gun ownership in the Black community has risen the highest. Black gun ownership in this country has risen exponentially in the past year. Exponentially.
Let's be real. We all already had one.
Oh, I got you're not breaking into my house. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
Here's my thing with that line, right? The reason, though, are you doing it because it's your patriotic right or duty? Or are you doing it off of fear, thinking that you about to, be an OK Corral versus a police officer when...
It's kind of a mix, actually. I'm doing it because of freedom, because I can. Gosh darn it. And number 2, I'm doing it because I don't know what the hell the government is doing. If they're going to start coming around with blow darts with these vaccines, then I want to make sure that I'm able to shoot something back. You're not coming to my door. It's not coming to my door, and you're not sticking me with nothing. Yeah, so that's why I did, and because I didn't trust that Biden wouldn't try to take ARs away, and I went and bought an AR.
Patricia made a huge point, because I actually was aware of this like a bunch of years ago. 2,990
She
are
made that up.
still waiting on
that's
approval.
not-
That she totally made that up.
Okay,
But she's
but-
pretty accurate.
But the point is
The
there.
point
the
is,
point
right.
still there. Yeah.
Right, but that's been an issue for a while.
Yeah.
Like that's been an issue.
Why does it take so long to get a gun permit?
I don't know. It's unacceptable. I can tell
Is
you
that something
right
you
now.
can change?
Can I give us conspiracy?
Conspiracy,
Go ahead,
you
tell
know,
us.
conspiracy.
Yeah,
But
you're
it's not.
canceled
It's not.
already.
I can't really say it's conspiracy because the my source is a very reliable source with a lot of connections on the state level,
This is good.
AB.
employees on the state level. The state a while ago though pretty much consolidated that department to like one person within that office that's taking care of all those applications. So you just can imagine there is not a lot of workforce
Efficiency.
Yeah, well, not even efficiency, just the manpower to process all of those applications. It can cause a backlog.
I can't believe how convoluted that system still is. Are you telling me I can't just go on my cell phone and go to some portal, put in my personal information, allow the federal government to search through whatever they need to search through to see if I'm some crazy batshit crazy person that's going to go shoot up a baseball field full of politicians? Or am I just saying, all right, I'm freaking scared for my life and I want to make sure my family are safe?
You got to make sure you mentally check out.
Right. I mean, I know they're doing it on purpose to try and, slow down the purchase of gun so that you don't do something out of emotions. Like, I get that. But at a certain point, if I have multiple guns under my ownership here, then what else do you need to look for? Like, obviously,
Patricia's
I'm a steward
right,
of it.
right there. Monroe County just doesn't have
Can't
their
get the crap
crap together.
together.
And because it's not like that where I live. Well,
No?
it takes a long
What
time,
county?
but I live in Wayne.
Wayne County. Yeah.
Well, I can't
You
wait
heard it
to
here.
see who's going to run for governor of the state. We might.
What do you mean you can't wait to see? They already announced them all.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, all of them already
shoot.
Yeah,
announced.
he's sitting right next
I
to you.
haven't paid no attention to that.
Not me.
He said, not me. F that mess.
But I'd be shocked if a lefty wins. That's gonna be really scary.
Well, it depends on what you mean.
It's gonna be
If you mean-
Hochul. Hochul's gonna win. You know that Hochul's gonna win.
Hochul?
Is 100% guaranteed win.
Oh no,
100% guaranteed. There's no way the
Mm-mm.
powers that be would ever
No.
not allow her to win.
If that
They
happens,
learned from their
ugh.
mistake before. They know how to make sure that certain people win.
What the fuck does Montana look like today? Does it look
Right,
good?
for real. Well, Kanye moved out of where? Utah? Where would he move?
Well, 60,000 people are moving out of New York State and California at this moment.
How do they not see that's not a problem? Like, that's a problem. I mean, Chief, do you see that people are leaving Gates? Are people leaving Gates to come to the city of Rochester?
I don't see that specifically.
No, you don't see that?
Nobody's
Okay.
coming to Rochester.
All right, just wondering.
No, in
Might
fact,
be a
more-
huge influx of people coming in.
More people are coming out the gates, getting out of the city. I can tell you that. I've
Yeah,
had
absolutely.
many residents tell me that.
Well, and it's always going to be people with not necessarily rich, but people with money that are moving. Because if you're not
Opportunity, choices.
sure,
It
but
may
if,
not just be money.
no, because I'm telling you, I know plenty of people that aren't Hispanic or black. They're just white folks, right?
Uh-huh.
They can't move right now because they financially can't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't look at race. But
Right.
if you're poor in the city,
poor.
you can't
You
move.
can't move.
Because you got 3 kids and they're in school and you can't do anything about that. And you're only making $29,000 a year.
Yeah, but the Pines of Parenton is low income housing.
Yeah, but they're all filled up. Try to get
Yeah,
a place.
of course.
there.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I
But
would
still,
Try to get a place.
unfortunately, Dan, the champion of the poor is not. It's not yours to champion. Unfortunately, white folks can't be poor.
Oh, that's right. Well,
How dare you?
Joe Biden told me that black kids can do just as good.
Just as good.
Yeah,
Just as good.
Yeah. What was the quote, Austin?
Poor kids are just as smart and capable as white kids.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Did he just
Man, Austin, you were on that. He didn't have to look that up or nothing.
That's his favorite.
And the fact that he said that before he became president,
Right.
Or the fact that he said that he didn't want his
mind-boggling.
kids going to a racial jungle school.
And every black person called Trump a racist. What
Right.
the fuck?
I'm so blown. Do you feel, Chief? I'm gonna guess. Usually, what happens after someone says, "I'm gonna retire from being a chief," usually what happens is they run for something. Do you have any plans that you might be looking at political work?
Well, let me tell you something. I have been in public service my whole life, and
Mhm.
and I am really upset and disgusted what's happening right now. And I'm ready for a change, but I am looking at all my options. What can I do? What can I do to continue to help take my experience and help change what's going on? Because I am committed to this fight. I am committed to, because I love our city. I love our county. I love upstate New York. I don't want to be that person who votes with my feet. And I am clearly looking at my options on what I can do to continue that public service and to use my voice and the experience I have to change some of the stuff. And, going back to people moving, what? One of the biggest reasons people move is the school districts. That school plays a huge
school
factor.
and crime are the only two reasons. School and crime are the only two reasons people move, for the most part.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And space. I guess they want more space, more land.
Yeah.
But top 5 reasons are not because we have too many police officers.
Safe, and if the schools are failing, you've got to save your family.
So why? So it's good to hear that you're going to continue some form of work with the community, because you have a name that people recognize. You have a name that no one can really disparage until someone makes something up, I guess. But that's the sad part. We saw Todd Baxter get, as a sheriff, and Todd Baxter, as a man that was not political, you couldn't say shit about Todd Baxter. Like, Todd Baxter was the man.
Right.
But as soon as he got into politics, and when people find some kind of BS stuff to be mad at him for. So if you have any intentions of being into politics, I hope over the years the skin has grown thickened, because
I hear you. No, and I'm committed to that. I think I've been the most vocal police chief here in Monroe County, and I'm proud of that, because I have taken on some of the biggest fights, some of the biggest systems in Rochester that were not popular for me to do it. But you know what? At the end of the day, it was all about the victim. It was all about the underdog, all about the people with no voice.
Can we talk about victims? I thought it was all about the people who do the bad stuff. It is. No, we got victims.
Yeah, no, look at victims have lost all their rights. They've lost all their voice, and it's disgusting to watch what's happening. It's absolutely disgusting.
Can you imagine all the victims who've had to go through the past 81 murders from last year, and the over 400 some odd shootings that happened? That was just murders. 81 just murder, people that are no longer on this planet. Yeah, and we had over 400 some odd shootings.
Yeah, a lot of those are lifelong injuries, paralysis and body parts you're not gonna get back. I mean, this is lifelong trauma, and it's terrible. But the news today, it reports it, and then we're on to the next story, and people don't even follow up with what happened to those 2 people that got shot over here. They said it's sad. They
said 2021 people had the lowest, the fewest amount of attention was given to any one topic. It was like the max amount was like 2.5 weeks that one topic any attention was given to in the media. And so everybody was from one topic to the next, to the next, to the next. So every 2 weeks, essentially, you had a new topic that people were on all the way. And it was just so much. So when Dr. Robert Malone talks about, mass formation psychosis, and then he gets blocked on every social media channel that there is, simply for bringing up something that some other professor, doctor had talked about in their book, Mass Formation Psychosis. This guy talks about how the first step is to make it so that people feel as if there is so much drama in their life that every single day that they wake up, what is going to happen today? What's today going to look like? What else can I fear for my life? And how do you beat that? That's my issue as someone who's elected official, that I have constituents that I'm worried about, because I know they're having mental health issues. Not that they're, going to go kill themselves or going to shoot some people, but they're not living their life. They're stuck in their home and they're afraid to breathe fresh air. They're afraid to walk their dogs without a mask. You want to wear a mask? I don't care. But people are just so afraid of everything today that they're not living the life that God has given them. And that's what I'm most afraid of. So how do you fight that? What's your input on how do we get past all the nonsense of 2021 to create a better 2022? What do you say are like the top 3 steps you would tell somebody, like, look, do this, like get outside and get some vacation, go on vacation, do something. What is there? How do you tell people to just enjoy life anymore?
Vote.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. How incredibly disappointing is it? We just had an election.
Mhm.
What was the 30%, 33%?
Yeah.
It was in the 30s. I don't
Yep.
remember.
Low
It was
30s.
low.
That is, it boggles my mind with so much going on right now, and everyone's on social media talking about how bad things
Yep.
are. But then
Oh, right,
election day
right.
comes and
Nobody's a Monday
it's
morning
like everyone's
quarterback.
silent. Nobody says nothing. And so if you don't vote, we're not going to change anything. It's the people in power. You have got to change who's in power.
Or the people that do vote do change who's in power, because
Oh, absolutely.
we
Or
saw what
take
happened on city
advantage.
council. We got, two straight up Marxists who said they want to abolish police.
Yeah,
and that's-
and
the
they
dude
got-
named Stanley, right? His name's Stan.
I'm
What's
not,
his
I'm
name?
not getting into that. I'm
Boy
not
named
touching that
Sue?
one.
What's his
I'm
name?
not touching that one.
Stanley.
I got to work with this person.
Stanley
I can't.
Robertson?
Anyways, that's
Oh.
it though. Vote. That's it. No other.
Eat at Pasavilla.
Get
Well,
off. Get
the-
off
the thing,
Twitter.
The thing with the vote. The
Yeah,
thing
get
with
off
the
social
vote.
media.
The thing with the vote. Social media controls so many sheeple out there. It's like it's really hard to break through that mentality that a lot of the voters have today. Like everybody vote through emotional, circumstances, and just everything that we've had from beginning of the Trump hate to the Black Lives Matter. Well, Black Lives Matter started before Trump, so we should have saw this, a long time ago. Black Lives Matter first came out with the Obama administration. And then it got increased when Trump became in office. So they found a way to make Trump the racist president to, pretty much create more awareness to the Black Lives Matter.
So she could buy more houses.
Of course, she was
Mansions.
She listen. They got to her from the beginning. It's like, listen, we're gonna make you very wealthy. Make you an offer you can't refuse, and she didn't refuse it. So then you had Trump, who had to bring in the COVID fear, and then they just took the fear to the next level with the election, right? And then with more Trump, then more cop hate,
And still Trump somehow.
Still, Trump is never. No, Trump is still there. Trump is still
I
there.
don't understand how he's a topic of conversation though.
I don't either, but they still use him for
Right.
that fear.
That fear.
You know?
Mongering.
And when you have conversations with folks that are clearly on that side, and I'm not talking as a Trump supporter. I'm just talking as someone who, that's his name, Stanley Martin. He makes some good scratch now. He probably do.
It's they.
They?
They.
Oh, it's a they?
Stanley goes by they.
Oh, so Stanley.
Did you just say it?
So Stanley's not a. So is this like Finkel and Einhorn, but reverse? Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is a man, but not a man. All right. Anyway,
I can promise you that they watch this.
Oh, they watch this too?
Hell yeah.
They be watching this?
They be watching.
Oh, they be ain't. I looked up.
I had a 2-hour conversation with they yesterday.
Oh, listen, I saw they on Twitter, and then I was like,
You're not using it right.
I was like, what?
Yeah, that's a them. That's a them at that point.
Oh, that's a them
Yeah,
now?
that's a them.
Oh, shit. So
want to make sure.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but
Our
grammar
pronoun.
stands. Come on, man.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear more about Stanley. We both share the same real first name. So he must be a really good dude.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Do you have a real first name that we didn't know?
Oh yeah.
Lavella's
My
just a
government.
stage name?
That's my stage name.
Is that so that people don't?
Yeah,
come after your family?
Yeah. So my man. Oh, Stanley left Ashley Gant behind in the dirt.
Yo, Lisa Marie's dropping some
bombs
on
now.
her.
Now I do know Ashley can pass for one of those things, but this guy Stanley, I was looking at him. I was like, yo, what the hell? They done voted for fucking this.
Make sure
D Militant is in
make
the
sure
building.
Chief sees the comment from her previously, because that was a very nice comment too, by the way.
Yeah. Talk about angering some people, because I know that this angers specifically a lot of people in the city, would be talking about holding parents accountable for the actions of their children. I know you spoke up about that.
When
Thank you for that.
When nothing's changing, right? You got to think outside the box. So there did come a time about 2 years ago. this just raised the age was a total disaster, right? Because they didn't give us any resources, and there's no system in place other than you catch the kid with the gun, you catch the kid, you take him home, put him in that same environment, and he goes back out. So we as a police department said, okay, every time we catch a kid, something major, and I'm not talking, when we've got a major case, right, or it's something like in the middle of the night. When we're going to bring the parents down, come pick your kid up. We're going to say to them, did you know where your child was? And if they say no, or they
Don't
show
care.
no, and they had no interest in where their kid was, then we're going to give them a ticket for endangering the welfare of a child. And it's a wake up call, right? And we're not here to.
It should be. It's supposed to be.
But something's got to. We got to do something different, because just sending them home and telling them, well, you need to watch your kid more doesn't do anything. So we came out with that policy. I put it. Hey, I want you to ask those parents. Don't just turn the kid. Find out. Hey, do you know where your kid was, and why not? Why was your kid over here? Miles away from home,
right,
doing a crime
on an ATV.
And so, because the buck's got to stop somewhere. Who's responsible for this child? Is the bottom line.
Exactly.
Hey,
It may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility.
Well, if my pit bull runs away and bites somebody, I'm liable, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so there we go.
It's just common sense, I mean, we're not. It's just common sense. But how many other police chiefs will do that? You know what I mean? Nobody.
Right. Well,
treat the hoodlums like pit bulls.
The hoodlums. Yeah. So
Bring him back.
So I'm glad that you came on and you announced your retirement, which is fantastic. I mean, you announced it here live on the
there you go, the podcast.
Here. Politically correct.
Gates is scared. Oh no, it's over.
Right. What are we gonna do now? Well,
mass exodus.
It seems like you're going to be
Lyle
voting.
Avenue runs right through.
Lyle Avenue does run out there. Oh
runs
my
right
God.
through Ghost Town.
Oh
I can only imagine what the Lyle Avenue is like. Y'all shit, I bet. Like, all right, guys, we got an all points bulletin on Lyle Ave today. A couple fuckers came through and robbed. It's like, listen. I could not do your job.
No,
I couldn't do it.
And have the smile that he has. I always see him. He's always smiling. He's always laughing. And it's just like it comes out genuinely. It's not like you're laughing at anything. You're just laughing. You're just laughing. Like, this is life.
Absolutely. I'm hoping it's snowing right now. I'd really like to go home and shovel my driveway right now, because it would be very relaxing.
You got to tell your wife to do that.
I wish it would snow right now.
See, wait. See, Patricia is on it too. Okay, wait, could we settle this? All right.
I don't think we can, but go ahead.
So
try.
she goes, replying Lisa Marie Semino. So I'm confused. I thought Stanley was a girl based on photos, but identifies as they or them. But this show and another We the People show referred to Stanley as a dude. And so is well,
Stanley is traditionally a male's name.
Duh.
Well, we can't go by standards. We can't go by standards anymore, obviously, because we have none in America.
Oh, fuck. What's going on, man? So wait a minute.
Reset the matrix.
So did we elect the first male them?
So progressive.
Did we do that? What district is
At large. So the city.
Oh fuck. Yo.
As long as it's not Gates, right?
I want to know, did she get the religious vote? Did she get the Christian vote? The black Christian vote?
That was one of the questions. I said, tell me how you did in the Northwest. Because she's why do you stand on this? Why do you stand on that? Blah, blah. I'm like, because my district stands on these principles. And my district it leans more conservative, certainly more moderate. And we have a lot of Catholics in my district. So I vote based on my district, not based on me. There's been a couple of times where I voted against my own feelings, but only because I knew my district wanted it, right? And or the people of my district, should I say, not just the whole district. And I said, so tell me, how did you do in the Northwest? Do you know your numbers? She's like, yeah, I checked them out. She's like, I did not do well in the Northwest. I didn't get very many votes. So I was like, yeah, see, like, we are not the East District. We are not Park Ave, Monroe Ave, East Ave.
She cleaned up around the South Ave area. Oh, she just went.
Them white folks voted for her.
She just walked all around
they
Highland
donated
Hospital,
to her in droves.
She walked up and down Meg Street and
ABC streets, all them.
You so slick, you Stanley, you woo-wee. knowing your constituents, boy.
Hey, she's got you talking about her. They did not mean it. Sorry, I apologize for that one.
Listen, Jose,
I don't want to disrespect.
One of the things that I said to myself, back when I started to be a little bit more, outspoken on these social issues and all this shit, like the local politics, I wanted to stay away from because it's like I would rather focus on the national level because they're like untouchable,
it's
whatever.
sexier. It's sexier.
But then when you get down to the local shit, and then you be like, you see these people out and about, and then you see them, and then you hear them, and you be like, yo, that motherfucker sounds stupid as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
Yo, you have.
I do.
You wonder, like,
Trust
where
me.
do these people get their information from, and like, what do they follow?
Probably CNN.
And exactly,
100%.
right. So I'm
100%.
So I'm saying to myself, how the hell does that correlate to Rochester, New York? How can you say what you see on CNN is what your people here, want you to represent them for? Some shit that Don Lemon's talking about. So you got Don Lemon, Rachel Maddow, freaking.
Did you know Rachel Maddow is like the
Anderson
official,
360?
She's the official news anchor for the gay community.
Yo, we are getting taken over by the gays.
Well, Dave Chappelle said that. You can't say nothing about them.
Stop beating down my people.
The LGBT, the Let's Go Brandon team.
Stop punching down.
No, we can't do this no more. We can't do this, y'all. We can't do this. We got dudes named Stanley, like up here.
Not dudes.
Them.
They.
It.
But don't they or them or that want to be considered a dude though?
Look,
like it'd be like, yo, dog, what's going on, bro?
Let me tell you.
They want that same equality.
Let me tell you the answer to that question. I don't care.
No, I don't care either.
See, there you go.
But my thing is, so I don't offend anybody. I don't want to offend anybody.
I don't care if I offend anyone because that's a choice that they make.
Just want to be like, yo, bruh. If I say bruh,
that's offensive.
Oh gosh, I quit.
Against black people.
I quit, man. I quit.
So I want to appreciate and show some love for Chief James VanBrederode. Is that how you say it? VanBrederode?
Nice
Am I saying it right?
Yeah,
All right.
it's a mouthful, no doubt.
Yeah.
We gotta pick this. We gotta pick this up, man. We gotta see what happens.
Can you tell all the men out there to man the fuck up?
Yes,
go on the microphone and say man the fuck up.
Y'all.
Because
I cut my own grass,
I really
goddammit.
am tired of this. Look, man the fuck up doesn't mean go mow your own grass. Doesn't mean go freaking shovel your own driveway. Man the fuck up means stand for something
and don't lie.
Stand for something and don't be a liar, or at least try not to lie.
Just don't lie. You don't necessarily have to. Or just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like be someone who stands for something. Speak your own truths, and don't be afraid that you have to say something so that that person over there doesn't get offended and then wants to cancel you or your job or your employment or your place in social standing. Like
MSNBC, CNN, Facebook, Twitter has literally catered to the narcissist.
Pull up the article on the fact checkers.
The people, the majority of people who are pushing this shit down everybody's throats are narcissists.
Right here. The fact checkers urge YouTube to fight fake news. Go to the next one, please. Facebook admits in court their fact checking is just opinion. What are we talking about here?
So you just gonna be mad at whatever I say? It's just like, oh,
they were in court and they had to come out and say our fact checkers are just stating an opinion. They can't be harassed. They can't be they can't bring them to court because they're just stating an opinion.
Perfect for the narcissist. See that I told you. Look, fact check says.
I hate whenever anyone brings up fact check. I'm like, shut up,
narcissist.
Shut up. Stand on something. Stand on something. What do you believe? What is it that you actually believe?
Whatever Don Lemon tells me.
Whatever he says.
Chief, can we ask what the timeline is for you, or is that not set in stone?
You know
yet?
what? I'm getting close to making some sort of an announcement, probably in a couple of weeks, I'd say.
Ooh, I would like to be.
We're just waiting to see how things shake out.
Very nice.
There's a lot of redistricting going on right now.
I'm trying to think.
But
trying to think what he would be talking about. I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll see, man. Who knows what 2022 has just started.
It's all about state elections.
And COVID is starting to lose its steam to people catching COVID and like, what the fuck? I don't feel bad.
Next week is a big meeting. Are you going to be there? If you don't know about it, we're talking about it off air here. Sorry. Didn't mean to bring everybody else into it. That's make
Jose
sure I
dropping
got all my
dimes.
question here. Make sure you look up mass formation psychosis. Actually, look up the psychology of totalitarianism. The psychology of totalitarianism, because that's where mass formation psychosis came from. We are living that time of what they're talking about, the psychology of totalitarianism. Or look up, Orwell Wells. What's his name?
George Orwell.
George Orwell Wells. 1984. What's the year?
George Orwell.
Yeah, what was the year?
1984.
Yeah, okay.
That's the name of the book.
Yeah, all that. Or look that up. It's going to talk about
Would
where
you
we
go
are
to
now.
a city school?
It's too much. Making Western Ronico look bad right now, man.
Yeah, that's Wayne County education for you right there.
I appreciate everybody coming on. It is 9:15. Go to bed, but before you do that, find out how I can get in contact with Kanye West. If for some reason when you're decided to run for whatever political office and you're out and about throughout New York State, you run across John Leguizamo,
he might know who that
let
is.
him know that I'm looking for him.
Jose wants him.
I want him on this damn podcast. We're gonna have a conversation. Damn it! I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate the time.
Here, guys.
Tell the wife, sorry for taking you away from her, but you're gonna go home and shovel. Awesome. Hit that funky music.